Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Here's a little room there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's Simmons to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a...
Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Throwing Simmons. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, give to Hardy. Might have a chance. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Here's Hardy. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Simmons. Quarterback extends the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. in the gun. Here's Simmons. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mobley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Motion from the back. Play action, C.J. Carr. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Got a little space. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Third and 6 yards to go. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. They got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They booted away. They're field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Simmons to throw. Right down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Now here's Simmons. He's looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. And now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. down inside. It's Williams. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Pulls it in with one hand. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
That is such an unbelievable play by the wide receiver. He did so many things great on that one. First, what about the catch? One-handed, somehow was able to keep his balance and then get upfield to go get more yards after the catch. You simply cannot do it any better, and that's why he's one of the biggest weapons this offense has.
Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Carr. Got it. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To the air. It's Carr. Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Carr to throw for it on 4th. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. A strike downfield. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Throwing Simmons. They'll run the screen. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Behind the chains now on second and long. Simmons wants to fire again. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, Carr. They're working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Carr. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. This is now a 7-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's Northern Illinois coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive starting. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, we're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on the line, it's really nice to have that.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Oh, he makes the catch. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
A nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running the route, give him an opportunity.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Motion from the wide receiver. Carr from the gun on third down. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Now here's Simmons. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Makes a pass to Marker. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running inside, it's Roberts. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Simmons to throw. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Simmons from the gun on third down. Looking deep. Snags it down the right side. There he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The Tigers are back on top. The extra point here would tie the game.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. The run inside, it's Mobley. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Might as well give it to him again.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Maybe some room here. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Irish touchback.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Simmons on the play fake. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. And the defense finally came up with the play.
So now it's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Simmons going downfield for the big play. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Simmons. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Simmons firing again. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Quarterback gets enough. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Running inside, it's Roberts. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. DB's right up on the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Run inside. It's Mobley. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
It's complete to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it, they can play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long, and they carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know on the back of their hand, and they go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.